Hello and welcome to the next episode of Air Hauler, me, Firestar. Who else would it be on my channel, of course. Today we are going to take a load of fine china from here back to our home base at Lihue. I had tried to do a from here to Midway Atoll, a flight that distance. However, 20 minutes away from landing, Flight Simulator crashed. So I'm restricting myself to less long distance flights to try to figure out exactly what's going on with my flight simulator, my air hauler. Alright, so we have the APU and lights on already. Alright. Let us contact the clearance and request IFR clearance. We're going to be cruising at an altitude of flight level 280 or 28,000 feet today. Oh, hold on just a second. I forgot to load in world weather. Forgot to load in the weather. Let's load that in. Weather is loaded in. Okay. And settings as well. Load the correct settings. Okay. Alright, back to talking. So let's set the altimeter correctly. Alright. Right. Okay. So, climb maintain 8,000, which means flight level 280, because that's what I'm going to. Not too far. Click. Set. Speed set at 245 knots. There we go. Okay, so we'll go ahead and start our pushback, and our engine start up. Engine 1 is starting up now. This will be a night flight for us, the first of its kind, and also there's a specific challenge that comes with flying China, this load of China. It is considered fragile, and what a fragile load does is, okay, there we go. Air haulers acknowledge that we have engines on. What fragile it means is that when we bank any more than 45, or do a landing any other way than the greased landing that we did on the first way here, that's what it's considered. I guess that's a technical term for it, I don't know. It will take damage or shatter. I like that. So this will be a little bit more of a challenge for us. Oop, wrong button. Than the first load was. Waiting for engine 2 to stabilize. Alright. I'm going to go the right way this time. Last time I went took the wrong taxiway. Okay. We're still waiting for engine 2 the oil to heat up the sun. They stabilized, it's fine. Okay. Let's see, are there any aircraft next to me? Don't see any. I'm going to assume that's a no. Oh, shoot, there is. Alright. So let's turn around the other way. I removed all of the mods that I have, with the exception of Air Hauler, because I can't remove that, because what's the point of a Air Hauler series if I remove the Air Hauler? But yeah, I removed those mods in an attempt to decrease the rate of crashing and lag and such. Hopefully that'll fix everything, make it all nice. Because I don't like crashes. I go through, like, the Midway flight, I go through 2.5 hours of effort, and I get there and I'm so close, and then I crash. Not crash the plane, crash the game. If I crash the plane, I'd record that and upload it so people say, hey, look, it's Firestar, he's failing again. Not my best job taxiing. I'm having a lot of trouble seeing the yellow lines, because this is a night flight, and I don't believe, if I open up the electrical panel, I glanced down quickly at it. No, just landing lights. Are those actually taxi lights? Those might be taxi lights. I'll turn this corner and then straighten that out. As well as the plane while I'm at it. Okay. We have a 10-knot wind. It's going to be from basically the due south, so it's excellent for taking off. See, it looks like landing. Yeah, see, those are landing lights. Wondering if I turn on just one set? Nope, that did nothing. Alright. So, we'll turn both of them off. We will taxi in the dark. He's an engine plane. Shh. Oh. Our flaps are not down. That would have been bad. Yeah, we have 2,000 some odd pounds worth of... Oh, you can see actually over there those lights are planes. So they're probably coming into land. So hopefully we get to the runway and take off before they get here. Otherwise we'll be stuck in line for a while. That'll be unfortunate. But yeah, we're carrying 2,400? 2,700... No, we're carrying almost 2,500 pounds of China. So I guess when we fly, we'll put the yaw dampener on. We'll use the autopilot. Don't want autopilot to be jerking us around. Doom-de-doom-de-doom. I think that this game actually looks pretty good at night with all of the lights all lit up. Like lights are. That's some BS. Ha 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 ha! Oh, I'm so amusing. Yep, so we have... okay, that's at least one plane that's gonna... Looks like he's gonna land before I get a chance to take off. I just hope that I can scoot in between that one and the other one. Because it does honestly take ages for the AI to clear you if there's a traffic lineup. Just something in the coding. It's unavoidable. Yep. There's the first one. There's ground and tower on the same frequency here. I did go out and test individually on just regular Flight Simulator, Midway and Christmas atolls, and see what they looked like. And I found... Well, altimeter is set correctly. I found out that A, they're tiny, B, Midway is not rendered correctly in the fact that they have trees that border almost entirely up to the end of the runway. And C, it's raining and windy at both of them right now. Low cloud cover. I believe Midway has NILS, Christmas Atoll does not. Both of them are uncontrolled airports as well. Theoretically, I can fit a 737 into Midway, because it is a 7,100 foot long runway. Excuse me. But I don't want to try that, because as I said, the trees border right up to the end of the runway. And, that's, no. I scooted about halfway down the runway in the Learjet, and we know that the Learjet is, fairly incorrectly modeled as far as how it brakes and stuff like that. I believe. Otherwise, the Learjet is the most OP aircraft IRL, LOL. No, it'd just be a really fast stopping plane. I think they just took the CRJ's coding and put it on a smaller airframe. Which creates all sort of fallacies. If any of you have ever been to an airport like, say, O'Hare, then you will know that A, I'm taxiing a little faster than they do at O'Hare, and B, that the taxi times are not nearly as long. And I think the first 10 minutes of the first episode were just of me clearing clearance, and then getting to the runway and taking off. So that's 10 minutes of ground activity. Whereas O'Hare, it can take you over 20 minutes to taxi from the furthest out runway to the gates. Just pick a gate. Any of them could take 20 minutes to get to. That's provided there's no traffic. It can take 30 minutes, and that's even if your gate is ready. So, know that I'm not trying to take up all your time with ground. I am trying to go as fast as I can, but there is a ground speed limit. I believe it's 15 knots. Yeah, and then walking speed for private aircraft, I guess you'd call them. Non-commercial aircraft. So go ahead and we will roll up to the NILS line here, Here's an American Pacific flight, most likely a Dash 8. This does have 2 ILS lines. Yeah, it's Dash 8, I can hear it. So I think continue.
November 30084, that's 12 miles north, inbound ILS, runway 17.
Yeah, I should be able to get in before him. Altimeter is still correct. I'll wait for him to read back.
Fly straight in runway 17, H084. Kona Tower,
Yep.
Bombardier, Juliet, Alpha 068 X-ray at runway 17. Ready for takeoff, IFR to 308. American Pacific 2169er.
So we'll go ahead and set the heading to 290. Should have done it the other direction, oh well. Acknowledge hold short.
Runway 17, Bombardier.
So we know we're going to be, even though we're going to take off runway heading, we know we're going to be told to turn to 290 to intercept our IFR flight plan. Turn the messages system off. Still being told to hold short.
Exit runway when able.
He's way down there. I think the second base we're going to open up is going to be in Midway, probably, or Christmas Atoll. No, Midway, because Midway opens up a lot more Pacific destinations for us. If we get like a Baron or a King Air out there, that'll be just wonderful.
American Pacific 2169er.
No contact ground. Hopefully I'll be clear to take off. Yep, clear to take off.
X-ray cleared for takeoff, runway 17.
Okay.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 17.
Let's get off ahead of that King Air.
068 X-ray.
It was most likely a King Air, not a Baron. So we'll do a rolling takeoff.
120.3 for American Pacific 216.
There we go.
Kona ground,
Oop.
American Pacific 216.
Okay.
Request taxi to parking. H084
Ooh.
cleared to land, runway 17.
He's been cleared to land, so yeah, we better get off.
American Pacific 2169er, taxi to general aviation parking using taxiway Golf Alpha Delta. Cleared to land.
Okay, 130 knots, nose up.
Taxi to general aviation parking via taxiway Golf Alpha Delta.
Landing gear off, landing gear up, flaps up, throttle back, and start the climb. Throttle back even more. We'll hold it at about there. That should be good. Oh, no, alright, increase a little bit. Okay, contacting.
126.0 for Bombardier 68 X-ray.
Oop, okay, sorry about that, Honolulu.
American Pacific 1994.
Okay, we'll contact them.
Center, Bombardier Juliet Alpha 068 X-ray is at 1,100, climbing 8,000. Bombardier Juliet
Increase
Alpha
the throttle a little bit
068
more.
X-ray, Honolulu Center, Roger, altimeter 2994.
Okay, they'll give me instructions. Yep.
X-ray, turn right, heading 2905, resume on navigation, climb and maintain.
Pull back on the throttle a little bit.
Lee Vortex uniform, descend and maintain 6,500. Turn right, heading
Okay, at this point we will let the autopilot take over. Now, speed, heading, altitude, yaw direction, or yaw dampener I should say. Okay, excellent. We'll turn that actually yaw dampener off. 325, okay. 325. And let's refresh. We're gonna have to basically constantly refresh that altimeter setting. Flaps are up, gear are up, and we are flying. Oh, we forgot to turn off our oh, they automatically turned off. Oh, we never had them on. Okay, good. There's the airport down there. As we fly off into the night. And I continually adjust the altimeter because we're increasing in altitude. It's gonna tell me, what is it? Riding 325, so he hasn't told me to, proceed on course yet. That's the invisible words I was looking for. I can word... We'll do a climb at 2,000 feet per minute. Which will mean more engine power. Oh, we got a little bumpy right here this evening. Yep, just a little bumpy. Seatbelt sign on? Seatbelt sign is on.
Orbit 6103, climb and maintain flight level 260. Bombardier 60, X-ray, turn left, heading 2905, proceed on course.
Oh. Proceed on course, I didn't see that.
Turn left, heading 2905, proceed on course.
2905, proceed on course. Roger, roger. There we go.
Bombardier 60, X-ray, climb and maintain 14,000.
Maintain 14,000.
Climb and maintain 14,000. Bombardier 68, X-ray.
Bombardier 68 X-ray. Some AI in the game call it Bombardier, which I think is kind of funny. They have different AIs saying it different ways. Ooh! Ooh, that's a nice water effect. You get it for a game from 2010. It doesn't look bad. I mean, it certainly could look better. You could have, say, Battlefield 4 graphics, or even World of Tanks graphics. I mean, those are still pretty dang good. But, you know, for what it does, it does well. Sure, there are some texture incongruities when you get close to the ground, but you're meant to be flying at altitude and looking at it. It would be nice if it rendered to the closer you got, but then what if you're flying your whole flight low altitude and it gets strain on your processor? Things to do. I just hope that the air traffic control doesn't direct me into other traffic like it's done before. Oh, and also, I figured out the ILS. I had it. Let's pull up the ILS. You see, what you do is you flip it. Yeah, and that's... yeah, you can set it on the bottom. Great. Yeah, sure. Let's go to, what was it, 109.75? Yeah, and then you flip it, I believe. And then you turn that setting to... Nope, still haven't figured it out. I'm getting closer, though. I promise you I'm getting closer.
November 910 Yankee, Honolulu Center, Roger, altimeter 2991. Beach 00 Yankee, turn right, heading 300, resume on navigation, climb and maintain.
There's probably a tutorial out on there on YouTube. Yeah, hey, you should probably do this if you're doing... Okay, so speed actually now we can increase to 280 knots. Oh. Not quite that fast, you only want to go 280.
Bombardier 68 X-ray, contact Honolulu Center on 127.6.
You got it, boss.
Going to 127.6.
127.6, Bombardier 68 X-ray. Center Bombardier Juliet Alpha 068 X-ray is climbing through 13,000 for that.
Bombardier Juliet Alpha 068 X-ray, Honolulu Center, Roger, altimeter 300.
Give me the altitude increase, please. Don't make me descend.
Bombardier 68
There we go. Awesome. Climb and maintain flight level 220.
Climb and maintain flight level 220. Bombardier 68 X-ray.
We're only doing quick hop to Lihue, by the way, in case that wasn't, in case I didn't mention that already. Just turn right heading at 300. Quick course adjustment. Yeah, we're cruising altitude is going to be flight level 280 because it's a little more fuel efficient and we go a little faster. You want to go as high as possible usually when you're flying. mean, it's different depending on, like, I could cruise at flight level 300, which I believe is the most efficient for speed and fuel, but that's getting into upper level winds, and seeing as we're heading west, you don't necessarily want to be getting into upper level winds. So I figure I'll just do this. It's fine. Make sure altimeter is still set correctly. Yep. Good. Only I can figure out that ILS. That'd be really nice. ILS, I believe, is necessary for night landings. I don't believe you can do ILS VFR. You know, I have a compass somewhere. I say, as I look for the compass that I think is there. Is that the compass? That's other controls. Is that the compass? No. Do I not have a compass? I don't have a compass. Okay. Oh, no, the main lower screen right there is compass. I can always use that to line up with the runway. This combination of looking out and saying, alright, I'm lined up with a runway, let me see, what is it? Oh, no, it's not the right heading or whatever. Because, after all, runways are named after their heading. In case you didn't know that. There we go, altimeter is now completely correctly set. So we continue to climb to our cruising altitude of flight level 280. Okay, we'll take 3 degrees off the heading. That should get us just about right on track. We shall see. Oh, no. 119.3, I forgot to say that.
American Pacific 4929 with you 12000. American Pacific
wait for him to finish his call.
Center, Roger. Altimeter 29906. Honolulu Center, Bombardier Juliet Alpha 068 X-ray is climbing to.
And we'll take off that last degree off the heading.
Flight level 220. Bombardier Juliet Alpha 068 X-ray Honolulu Center, Roger.
And you're gonna give me an altimeter reading, jerk. So, next aircraft to get, once we earn the money, is we have a mall. And we're using, the mall is currently flying to Oahu. A lot of instructions, that controller. And that's, I haven't flown the mall yet, I've just been flying the Learjet. I think I'm just going to take the Learjet back to Lihue and then fly the mall. And then I think maybe we'll get a King Air or a Baron, as well as that base out in... Climb and maintain. You got it. Yeah, I think we'll go by by a base in PMDY, or Midway Atoll Airport. I think it's called something else actually, like Christmas Island. Not Christmas Atoll, it's actually Christmas Island. It's called Cassidy International. And we'll take the King Air and we'll do probably have the AI, maybe hire a pilot and do an AI flight out there. And then have the Learjet, I think. The Learjet will fly. We'll fly the Learjet out there ourselves, and then have the AI fly back, and then we'll be at Midway. And hopefully that'll open up other places like Guadalcanal and something with a Q that I forgot. Kwajalein. We'll be able to fly out there. Who knows? Who knows? Well, I don't, that's for sure. Not right now. There's too many if, ands, or buts. Oh, I always use all of the English conjunctions, though. Oh my gosh, other languages have so many conjunctions. I'm not like some sort of grammar nerd or anything like that, but like German, Good luck trying to figure out all the things for that. Unless you're a native speaker or you really study it. Like, I've just... it's nice to learn. It's a nice thing to do. Just to do. And then it's just like, no, it's complicated learning stuff. Oh, where are my fuel controls, by the way? Because I'd kind of like to use the center tanks before I use... Can't find my... That's definitely the fuel control panel, but that's extra pumps. I kind of like to use the center tank before I use the wing tanks. Or use the wing tanks before I use the center tanks. Other way around. Don't want to land with heavy wings. I don't want to land with too much fuel either. That might be an issue as well. He's going into a uncontrolled airport, 122.9er. It's the international uncontrolled airport thing. Lack of a better way to put it. Alright, there we go. We appear to be leveling out. Altimeter is still correct. We'll bring her up to a speed of actually 300 knots. Right? Zoom in. Actually, we'll do 198. 195. So, okay, there we go. It should be enough. Okay, and our ETA is actually just 23 minutes, so we should start to descend in like 5. Because the game actually does descend you pretty fast. I guess we have a tailwind. Which can't be right. We have a wind from pretty much from due south. I'm not arguing. I'll take any extra speed I can get. So that's Honolulu on the right over there. Wrong way. That is just an island. That is Honolulu. And if you look, you can see flashing red and green dots. Well, actually, red and green flashing white, but it looks like the red and green are flashing everywhere. Down there, over there. So it kind of gives you a better perspective of the AI in this game. I do have the AI of everything turned all the way up. There'd be a lot more, like if I was in Chicago, the sky would be blanketed with them. But I'm just in Hawaii, and there's mostly local traffic with, I think, at like 7 a.m. game time and like 6 p.m. or 1800 game time. There are 747s and 777s that go in and out of Honolulu to places like San Francisco, Tokyo, Narita, Sydney, Chicago, places like that. I think Shanghai, Beijing as well, New Delhi, somewhere in Indonesia, Micronesia, Indonesia. I've never figured out, by the way, the difference between Indonesia and Micronesia. Can one of you enlighten me on that? Maui is another place I see a lot of people going to. But anyway, we have quite a long ways to go before we make enough money to be able to buy that base in Midway and to get a plane out there specifically for that purpose. So I think next flight we're going to mix it up a little bit and fly the Maul instead of the Learjet and have the AI fly the Learjet out to, like, say, Midway and back. That makes a lot of money, and I know that the AI won't crash the game. Should I be descending? Should she be descending me? I mean, I'm getting kind of close to the airport. Yeah. Guess not. So we have an American Pacific and a Landmark both going into Maui. It's going to be traffic for Maui. Pretty sure there are also quite a few flights going to Kona. Kona, Honolulu, Maui, and Lihue to a lesser extent. I sure hope I'm pronouncing that right, Lihue. Seem to be the hubs in this area for air travel. Local inter-island air travel. So like, you see that really big light down there? I believe that's going to be like... Yeah, that's probably that 1747. Almost the whole way to Midway, I was escorted by a Learjet at flight level 340. Well, actually the whole way, minus the crash. And the reason that I said King Air rather than Learjet is because I saw King Air take off from Midway and head towards the Hawaiian Islands, so I know that a King Air can make it from here to there. Sure, I could look up numbers for range, and I could look up fuel figure numbers and useful load. Oh, they are still down here. So I could look that up, or I could just see what the AI fly from where to where. Because I believe the AI usually fly full loads. Altimeter still set correctly. Will you descend me? Somebody descend me, please. So there's Honolulu right there. See action? No, we still have a little ways to go before we reach Lihue. And I know that it's got a tower, because when we flew out of there, we had to talk to clearance, and then ground control, and then tower. See, the AI is having planes collide. And they just clip through each other perfectly fine. Better not crash my game. Bugs are still responding, clouds are still moving. Good, game is still responding. I'm wondering if it's an air traffic control bug. Because I know sometimes air traffic control doesn't respond to flights. I'm wondering if that's an error that they just build up over time. Huh. That's a possibility. Oh! Speaking of mods, I was and am considering getting the World of AI mod pack, and that is freeware that does the job of payware. What it does is it goes into the configuration settings, removes all of the Kenmore, the Pacifica, the Orbit, the Landmark, the Global Freightways, removes all of that, and instead replaces it and the aircraft skins themselves with real worlds. Global Freightways is replaced with FedEx. You have American. I believe I can get it so that I still have Northwest, because I like Northwest. With Northwest, you'll have Cactus or US Air. All the different real world airlines in the game. I like it. Let's change our heading back a degree. Right. Yep, that should be good. See, I'm looking at that TKE number. That's how many degrees off that we still are. Like -1 means we need to go 1 to the left. Although that's straightened out. Very nice. So, excuse me. Yep, there we go. TKE is at 0. That flight down there, I wonder if they're going to Lihue, or if they're going to Midway, because they're going at an angle that I am not. Or, lucky them, they could have already been given vectors to Lihue, whereas I am still at cruising altitude. Pout, pout, pout. Now see, I'm still actually, I'm not going to get vectors for another 5 or so minutes. I'm still 104 nautical miles away. 103. They don't give you vectors until you're 55, 60. But at 100 nautical miles, they should begin to descend me. If not, I'll cancel IFR and do it myself. Let's turn off those panel lights. Gotta find the change channel button. Alright, there we go. Yeah, there was a little bit of me trying to roleplay. Oh, let's laugh at Firestar. He's trying to play the game like it should actually be played. Her.
Alpha 068 X-ray, Honolulu Center, roger.
Are you going to descend me? Just change the call. Bombardier, Honolulu Center, Bombardier, Juliet Alpha 068 X-ray with you, flight level 280, requesting to be descended, please. Funny. I forgot to actually check the weather report for Lihue and see what it actually is like. I should probably tune into the ATIS system before we land.
Bombardier 68
Oh!
X-ray.
Orders!
Descend
Orders!
and maintain flight
Yay!
level 220. Descend and maintain flight level 220.
Flight level
Bombardier
220,
68
you got it,
X-ray.
boss. Ugh. Buttons, and we have to descend at exactly 176 knots. Or 276 knots.
X-ray, you are 901 miles southeast. Turn left, heading 265. Expect vectors ILS. Runway 35. Approach.
Okay. Acknowledge assigned approach.
Turn left, heading 265.
265.
Expect vectors ILS. Runway 35. Approach.
Runway 35 approach ILS.
X-ray.
Alrighty then. Ooh. Yeah, it's not more than 45. I believe it'll only turn to 30. Yeah, it's like 30. Come on, lower that descending speed, please. Even if this crashes, knock on my wooden desk that I made myself, I'll have you know, that it won't crash. But if it does crash, I will still upload the video. Maybe with the response that I give to the crash. Probably not, I'll just cut it. And then I might set it up next time so that I am right next to it. We'll see. Although, yeah, it's not gonna crash. Not gonna crash. At this point, GPS does not matter because we are being given vectors to land. Oh, hold on, hang on a minute. Tell me what... I'm going to try to figure this out. What is ILS 435? Lihue, tell me. ILIH is 110.9. ILS heading 349. Okay. So that's this runway. That's the one we took off from. That's just about, yeah. Okay. Okay, so that's this. What is it? 310.9. 310.9. Okay. So unpause. Nav tuner. Switch.
Bombardier 68 X-ray. Turn right, heading 295.
Turn right at 295.
Turn right, heading 295. Bombardier 68 X-ray.
Grab select that. Select. Hold on just a second, I'm going to get an expert up here to figure out exactly what's going on. I have been advised by our local pilot in residence that I am way too far away to even begin picking it up. So, in the meantime, I set up something called a VOR, which is that this white bar, that white bar right there, which is pointing us basically directly at the airport. As you can see, we're not going straight for the airport because we're being given headings by air traffic control. It's going to take us, by the way, probably about 15 to 20 minutes to wrap this up from this point now. So if I haven't already split it up into 2 episodes, I will. In fact, why did I even say that? Of course I'm going to split it up into 2 episodes. I already have. That's not important. What is important is we're coming up on flight level 220, which means we'll level out, and I really hope that we haven't broken any of the cargo yet. Because that'd just be disappointing if we'd gotten like 50% on the cargo. Like if we broke half of it and had to pay, pay money to buy the value of the other.
X-ray. Descend and maintain 16,000.
Descend and maintain 16,000.
Descend and maintain 16,000. Bombardier 68 X-ray. Honolulu Center, 470.2.
Ooh, he's probably going the same place.
Bombardier 68 X-ray.
Alright, doesn't matter. Contact with someone else.
On 119.9er.
I'm gonna let him spawn. I don't want any glitches to build up. Oh, altimeter. I guess.
Going to 119.
I think that's 18,000 is where altimeter starts to matter anyway. So, we acquire that 1,500 feet per second descent speed. See, Bombardier. See, some people say Bombardier, some people say Bombardier. I don't know which one's correct.
Turn left heading 200. Turn left heading 200.
Look at us. Oh, yeah. I like the Learjet. It's a good plane. I don't know, I think I mentioned it in episode 1 or 2, the first flight, that I had originally gone with medium mode and taken assistant caravan, and oh my gosh, it was taking me ages to fly anywhere in that. It's just, it's just so much slower. Jets are so much faster and more efficient. But you can't get jets everywhere, can you? No, you can't. I can't. The end, one of the goals I do have, because I think this will just be a forever running series, at least until I move out of the current building I'm in and I can take the monolithic computer that I have with me. I'll just keep going, and I think one of the things I want to do is put bases pretty much everywhere. Yeah, pretty much on all the major airports on all the islands. You know, get one on Christmas Island, get one on Midway Atoll, maybe one on Kwajalein. The Q one is so difficult to remember and keep in your head. I have to. Okay, so any second now we'll be transitioning from one flight simulator air level and air section, I guess you could say, where they load the winds, to another one. Which is where the altimeter will change, which is where the winds will change, which is where there's the opportunity for us to get the turbulence and possibly break the 2,500 pounds of China that we have in the back of the plane in place of passengers. Boom. Wondering if I could get a mod that replaces that sound with doom, doom, that they have on commercial airliners, at least the Boeing. I've only ever flown on Boeings. I don't think I can remember a time, with the exception of the ERJ to Fargo, North Dakota, that I have not flown a Boeing. Still pointing us right at the airport. We're still 47 nautical miles away. We're still not been giving any other instructions besides descending to this altitude, and I have a feeling we're about to be told to descend again. I just realized we descended 1,800 feet per minute. That's what this is over here. You see, this is negative 1,800 right there. That's a little easier to see there. Yeah. Okay, descend and maintain 8,000. Descend and maintain 8,000.
Bombardier 68 X-ray.
Descend and maintain 8,000. Bombardier 68 X-ray. Contact the center. I will tell you. I will do that when I have this set. Can't do multiple things at once. Alright.
126.5 for Bombardier 68 X-ray.
I just have one pilot flying each plane right now. I don't know if I need to get a captain and a co-captain, and there are numbers next to their hiring names that I still don't know. Altimeter is good. Again, change the descent back to normal. I hope we're descending at an okay rate. 39 nautical miles away, still nothing has come up, and I don't know what that green line is. If I still haven't resolved the green line by the time we're given final ILS vectors, I will pause the recording, go back to the pilot in residence, ask him, and then he probably doesn't know because he doesn't fly any Bombardier aircraft, he flies real planes. I'll look it up on the internet, figure out what it is, maybe watch a quick YouTube video, and then come back to this, let you guys know how to do it correctly, even if you don't care. We'll get it all figured out. It'll all be good. I think maybe the like 3 of you that are pilots are probably yelling at me right now. No, no, it's this, rah! I can't hear you. I can't hear you. See, there's an internet in the way. I can't hear you. Once we get to 11,800 feet, I will lower our speed to 245, so it'll get us under, again, the 250 knot speed limit that exists below 10,000 feet. Ooh! Speaking of speed limits, random aircraft fact, it is illegal to go supersonic over land unless you are above, I want to say, 65,000 feet, or you're in the military. And that's because it causes, it breaks windows at ground level, it just destroys things. Like that earthquake that apparently we had here in Chicago today. Apparently it was a 3.7 on the Richter scale. I didn't feel it, I don't think anyone felt it, it's just kind of a thing the news is like, oh no, or, oh! The green line just moved. What could this mean? Is the green line... Hold on, I have to let our pilot in residence know. The pilot in residence has informed me that yes, that means things. I'm trying to get back to the virtual cockpit. There we go. We've been just told to turn left heading 290. We are. Oh, turn left heading 260 now. Turn left heading 260. 260 on the heading. Ooh, man, I just hope we don't pass that, because I know the AI, the autopilot shouldn't pass that 45 degrees. I really don't want to break that China in the back. And it looks like we're going to be doing a little bit of overspeed. We're dropping below that 10,000 foot limit, and we're still doing 266 knots. Go ahead and turn the speed down to 230, because I know the auto throttle sometimes is a bit, 235. The auto throttle is sometimes a bit faffy. But yeah, anyway. So that green line there, if you look over here, it's set up to VOR1, ILIH, 22.1 nautical miles away. What that green line will do, I'm pointing at the screen, it's not doing anything, use the mouse. What that green line will do is it will come in between the rest of the arrow when I am right on the approach slope. Approach course, pilot in residence is telling me. And that will guide me in on the right. Oh, and look, we just got a green arrow down here on the primary flight display, and what that is, let's get even closer to that. That will show us, oh, I see that green thing moved again. That shows us the glide slope. We want that to be, see, we're well above because we still have a lot of vectoring in to do. That will come even with that when we're on the glide slope perfectly, and that will even with that. Now, it will land us, I think... Oop, let me give more instructions. 2300 Bombardier 68 X-ray. Oh, okay, we're getting full vectoring instructions.
Right heading 320, descend and maintain 1,900. Cleared ILS. Runway 35 approach.
Yeah, thanks.
Maintain 1,900.
And we have turbulence. Wonderful.
Contact the Hui Tower on 118.9er.
Roger.
Right
Accepting that approach course.
Descend and maintain 1,900. Cleared ILS.
There we go.
Maintain 1,900.
There we go.
All established. Tower on 118.9er. Bombardier 68
Okay.
X-ray.
Yep. Hopefully you can kind of figure out the rest of the arrows yourself. 18 miles south, inbound ILS from a 35 approach will decrease the speed to 220. 200, no, just straight 200 knots. Fly straight in. Runway 35, altimeter 2998, Bombardier 68 X-ray. Okay, and now we just gotta wait for those arrows to align. Oh dear, did I not set the altitude for 1,900? I did though. Take me down at, what is this? I want 2,000 feet. Oh, that's too much. Okay. In out, in out, in out. Alright, we're gonna take the auto throttle full off and manually throttle this in, as in I want the throttle set to 0. Okay, there we go. Now it's caught throttle control. I'm going to do a bit of spoilers here. Oh, I know that's bad. Oh, that's rough. Also going to put out a first level of flaps. Oh, hang on. Okay. I see lights to the right. Oh man, we really need to slow down. Alright, autopilot is coming full off. I'm going to do this manually now. Throttle while you're not idling.
Bank angle, bank angle.
Oh, shoot, bank angle. Oh my. Ah, crap. Okay, we just need to descend this. Oh my god, are we diving? Okay, easy there. Wow. We really did lose altitude. I can't see a dang thing! Alright, there's the runway. Our ILS is lining up now. We are still far too high, it's telling us. Okay, so flaps are currently out just a little bit. Oh, we need to come to the right so the green arrow's past the green line. Alright, cleared to land.
Cleared to land. Runway 35.
Oh, shoot. Oh, man.
Cleared to land.
The last few miles, the last few minutes, and even seconds, and I managed to screw things up by going past 45 degrees, which means that we've damaged some of the china. Now we just have to screw up the landing and that'll be complete. And we're still far above the glide slope. We are 5.9 nautical miles out. Next, I don't want to do this, but alright. Spoilers are armed. Flaps down, next level. Thank you for beeping at me. Flaps down full. Gear out. Auto spoiler is armed. Thank you, Master Caution. I get the memo. Thank you. God, it turned off now. Okay, so... Oh my god. Oh my god, game!